Well, at times we were pretty, and at times we were really ugly. But the team we played is really talented. They are really good. Well, at times we were pretty, and at times we were really ugly. But the team we played is really talented. They are really good. I'm shocked at how good they are. And Ronaldo Balkman didn't even play, so they're a very good team. Our challenge at this point is not to be to make sure we're not an all-star team. You know, we don't want to play like an all-star team. We gotta bring more than that, just being a bunch of good players playing together, and that's what all-star teams are. You know, you bring a bunch of guys, they have limited practice, they go out and they play. They don't have any concepts in terms of defense. Not really a real desire to play defense, and we want to get beyond that. And that's one of the things we talked about before the game. We don't want to be an all-star team. We need to be better than that. We need to be better than an all-star team. And frankly, all-star teams are not very good. They're not a good team. They're a good collection of players, but they're not a good team. And we need to be a good team. So, and whether we can do that in the short window that we have, you know, is going to be our biggest challenge. But that's what we're talking about. Getting our guys to try to, at this point, try to build on doing the little things and paying attention to detail. Trying to build on that. Obviously, they're not going to do it right now because they haven't got all the detail in and everything. But the little things that we do, we want them to do well and focus on. And we need our endeavor players to model it. And I was upset at LA in the last play. You know, he tried to shortcut around a screen. That's something we don't do ever. And he did it here with these guys. And I'm saying, LA, you're my model. You know, if you're doing that wrongly and shortcutting, then everybody else is going to think that's okay. So, you know, our endeavor guys have to play with extra discipline so that they can really show how we want to do things. So, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in terms of trying to build this team. I have to admit, it was very difficult coming here to coach tonight after getting beat by 30 points last night in the game. You know, my mind is all focused on what happened last night, and then turn around and trying to focus on doing this with this game. We missed Troy tonight. I think Troy is going to be a huge weapon for us, and he couldn't play tonight because of a slight Achilles injury. I think he'll be all right for the games. It's too bad because we play them next. I was going to go out and make him play 40 minutes of his injury, and he wouldn't be able to play on Friday. Yeah, we missed Troy, and then you guys saw Kiefer. Kiefer has a back issue after a bad fall in practice, so he couldn't play tonight as well. I would have played him if he could have played, because I think he's just natural. He would have picked up things and played a natural type game that we would want to see. And Yang Yao's offense is very unique, but it's got some of the elements that we're doing. So I don't think it'll be a stretch for Kiefer to learn on offense. It'll take him a short time to learn on offense. So we missed those two guys. But, you know, down the stretch, we did what any other smart coach would do. We rode Jumar. We jumped on his back and we rode him, and he won the game for us down the stretch. And you know, he's a big horse, so we might as well ride him. And that's going to be one of our philosophies in the Southeast Asia game. We're going to ride Jumar. And so we just got to make sure he's rested, and which we have a lot of guys, and we can rest him through the game and make sure that he's fresh to play like he did here in the fourth quarter.
Coach, so Kiefer is officially a part of the pool?
Yes, I believe so. I believe the SVP has gotten, I guess you need to talk to Gabby Queen, but my understanding is, and I don't have real confidence, but the SVP has approved and got the Southeast Asian Games approval for him to be on the 15 now. Whether he makes the final 12, that's another question. You know, we still got to remove 3 players from the pool to go forward. But in the meantime, it's an extra body. It's another talent. We are going to miss Jason terribly, but Kiefer has some of that Jason ability in him. Hopefully, we're going to lose the experience of Jason, but Kiefer's got that kind of rare maturity that kind of lends himself to being able to play with a bunch of vets and still be a leader and still do the things he needs to do. I think he's kind of rare that way. But we consider some other players, but it really just kept coming back to Kiefer. So we asked him, and he said yes, so we're happy to have him. Again, it's a matter of, right now I can't tell you who the 12 are. It's a tough choice at this point.
He's going to play Alab again on Monday.
Yes, we will play him again on Monday, and hopefully we'll be a little better team on Monday. We'll practice on Thursday. I don't know if it'll be worth your time coming because it's mostly going to be just video work. So we're going to practice Thursday in upper deck, but really it's going to be in the lounge doing video work and for maybe an hour and a half, and I doubt we'll even get on the court. And then I feel like I can teach better now that we have a game under our that they can see themselves, and I can teach better on the video and actually get them on the court because frankly they're too tired to do stuff on the court at this point. Hard for our guy. We had 8 guys. 8 of our 14 players, 8 of our 13 players that were available played last night. The 6 and Denver players, and then Vic and Christian. Christian had like 37 and 16 and 9, played over 40 minutes. So we only had 5 guys who didn't play last night. So again, we're battling fatigue, but still, I just really. The most pleasing thing about this is that they came out and they worked hard. They worked hard on the defensive side, and they worked hard on trying to play together. They passed the ball to each other, they resemble the team. They still got levels and levels to grow, but obviously they, needless to say, the potential is there.
Coach, would you say?
At least Thursday. We'll see what happens. We'll do it by ear. Definitely Mondays. We have a game this Monday and a game following Monday against Taiwan. The Taiwan team is going to be in town. So we have 2. Mondays are going to be for sure. I guess what we're going to try to use Thursday for is reviews. A review of what we did on Monday and try to use that as a springboard into the next game. That should take us into really into November, where we'll pretty much be finished and we'll be ready to go.
Which would you say this Alab team is comparable to in terms of talent level to the teams that you're going to be playing in the season?
I couldn't tell you yet, but I tell you what. I mean, they had an import they only played one of their 2 imports, but. They had some really good talent, and they had some really good size. It was really a good test for us. This team would be really tough against a PBA team. But again, we're an all-star team, so I still think all-star teams aren't very good. So at this point, we still are an all-star team, but we hope to move beyond that.
Yeah, man, the world needs better laws. Maybe then we'll be better off. I'm hoping that it comes, but it never does. I just wanna be the man.